News at 1. AMAC launches second phase of action with focus on citizens' participation in the council's budgeting process. New Commissioner of Police FCT promises to crush pockets of crime in the territory. And more than 2,000 corps members sworn in for the 2023 Batch A/2 orientation course. Hello, many thanks for joining us on NTA Channel 5 News at 1. I am Miriam Emekamadi. The Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, has launched its second phase of action plan for the next 3 years, focusing on citizens' participation in the council's budgeting process. The AMAC, Tahir Ibrahim, disclosed this at the council's Open Government Partnership Steering Committee meeting in Abuja. Deborah Gazajimaika reports.
The Abuja Municipal Area Council is the only area council out of 774 local government areas in Nigeria to join the Open Government Partnership at the global level, which is to include citizens' participation through the town hall meeting in the area council budget processes so as to meet their yearnings. With the partnership signed in 2020, focal person for Open Government Partnership Abiodun Esed told journalists that the first action plan was to ensure that citizens participated in the political and electoral process.
Kaduna State and Plateau State are the only two states in Nigeria that joined OGP at the global level. It's just making sure that we are making sure that citizens are involved in our budgeting process or in our governance structure. And also we are carrying the civil society, citizens along in anything the government does. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. What OGP is saying, let people be the center of the governance.
Open Government Partnership OGP works with civil society organizations to create action plans, promote open door policies of the government, as well as holding the government accountable by ensuring transparency in governance process. Deborah Gazajimaika, NTA News.
And talking security, the new Commissioner of Police FCT, CP Haruna Garba, says the coordinated strategy aided with the credible intelligence from FCT residents. His administration will crush pockets of crime and make the nation's capital safe for all law-abiding citizens. CP Haruna gave the assurance while interacting with newsmen in his maiden briefing at the command's headquarters. The police boss said the command under his watch will enhance interagency collaboration anchored on strict professional ethic and open policy to discharge policing mandate of crime fighting.
We will defeat crime, or by direct participation in the activity that will mitigate crime and criminality. It is only by working together as a team that the security challenges in the FCT can be conquered.
The Commissioner of Police announced that upon his resumption, the command's anti-kidnapping outfit in clearance operation along FCT borders 3 days ago rescued 14 kidnapped victims, including the village chief of Chida in Kwali.
To General Hospital in Abaji, where they were treated and discharged, and they have since been reunited with their families.
CP Haruna Garba assured that the command is committed to working with residents in ensuring security of lives and property. And from security to politics, the Arewa Journalists Forum has thrown their support behind Governor of Ebonyi State and Senator-elect Dave Umahi to become the Senate President. This was at the press briefing in Abuja, where Ndogo reports.
The forum, in their message to the leadership of the All Progressive Party, APC, the Senate, as well as Nigerians, is to solicit for the support for the members of the 10th National Assembly to form an alliance and elect the governor of Ebonyi State, as well as senator-elect into the office of the Senate President.
So we come together after our national executive meeting held in Kaduna last weekend. We concluded that for the purpose of unity and progress of our great country, Nigeria, the forum is decided to endorse Senator-elect His Excellency David Umahi for the post of President, Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in this 10th assembly.
The mechanics and the techniques of what we call national security is not by talking, it's not by ranking, it's by what you know, it's by being able to bring experience, bring professionalism to bear on what you do. So change is another way, so he can deliver.
The Forum of Arewa journalists, through their secretary, Abraham Sule Awodi, said Governor Dave Umahi is a nationalist, bridge builder, a Nigerian par excellence, and a man who they believe will help move Nigeria forward. The forum is calling on well-meaning Nigerians, including Northern Elders Forum and Northern Senators Forum, to join hands in order to actualize a dream which they believe will ensure that the bills and motions that will have direct impact on Nigerians will be passed under a quality leader like Dave Umahi. In Abuja, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
And another matters now. Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, has pledged to provide more equipment to NTA Kefi for transmission of more programs and wider coverage. The DG made the pledge when he visited the station. Mohammed Awalu has the details.
The Director General, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, interfaced with staff where challenges and prospects of the station were discussed. He inspected facility and equipment, pledging to offer necessary support to the station, while encouraging the management to go extra miles by reaching out to the stakeholders in the community for better partnership. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
You are watching the news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, and still to come on the news. Local government of Plateau State. These and more after the break. Stay with us.
News as a commodity is our trade. When it breaks in the FCT and environs, our team of professional reporters will definitely be there. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, using news to connect the grassroots people with the newsmakers and uniting the nation. We serve you the depths of news in politics, economy, education, health, security, infrastructure, even in times of emergencies. Always join our news build at 1 and 7 p.m. daily to be informed of the latest and current happenings. Our on-air personalities are the professionals you desire on the screen. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, telling you the real news, verifiable and factual, with no room for fake news.
Thanks for staying with us. More than 2,000 core members have been sworn in by the Honorable Justice Mustafa Adamu, who represented the FCT Chief Judge. This was at the opening ceremony of the orientation course for the 2003 Batch A Stream 2 core members deployed to FCT.
Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest.
Orientation course for core members, which has been in existence since inception, is meant to bring the Nigerian youth together, appreciate each other's culture and tradition. Today's ceremony is not different, as FCT Minister of State Ramtoti Jani Aliu, who was represented by Director Social Welfare Department FCTA Sani Amar Rabi, urged them to continue the virtues learned in their various homes and schools.
The orientation exercise is a veritable transformation agent for nation building and leadership. I therefore urge you, my dear compatriots, to apply yourself diligently to all camp activities and submit yourself to the regimented nature and discipline hearing.
NYSC FCT coordinator Suleiman Abdul enjoined them to key into NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program, which is aimed at transforming their lives after the service year by making them job creators rather than job seekers.
Let me also assure you that during this period, you will be treated with dignity and respect to ensure you have a memorable experience. May I also advise that you comport yourselves in a disciplined and orderly manner, as any form of negative behavior, such as drug abuse and other antisocial vices, will not be tolerated in camp. You are further enjoined to key into the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program and to avail yourselves to this rare opportunity, which is aimed at transforming your lives after the service year in becoming job creators rather than job seekers.
He also urged them to be good ambassadors of the scheme by keeping to rules and regulations of the NYSC.
A 10-year-old boy, Jamilu Abba, who was missing, has been found wandering around Angwarogo area of Jos North local government area of Plateau State on the 24th of April 2023. The officials of Jos North local government were able to get information upon investigation, as Jamilu is unable to speak and barely writes. Apparently, he's from Abuja from the title information gathered and was taken to Jos by an unknown person. He's currently at the Social Welfare Office of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. The Social Welfare Department, AMAC, brought Jamilu to NTA Abuja Channel 5 to be able to reunite him with his family.
So, upon investigation, they said the boy is from Abuja, of which you don't know yet whether he's from Abuja or due to trauma.
Anyone with useful information about his family should please contact the Social Welfare Department of AMAC via the following telephone number on your screen or contact the nearest police station. And next, Mariam George Jetobo is next with the role of traditional rulers in nation building.
His Royal Highness, the traditional ruler of Jiwa, Idris Musa, receiving homage from the Igbo community under his chiefdom.
I will be cooperating you are giving us. We don't have anything to say than to say thank you.
Traditional rulership in the pre-independence communities keep to the laws and norms of the society, and the governance of the traditional rulers created mutual relationship between the citizens and the leaders. This was an indication of strong concern for community development, as the traditional institution relays government's policies and programs for the growth and development of the society, all for the peace and overall well-being of the citizens. With independence, traditional leaders have had to play a significant role in the social, political, and economic lives of citizens of the country. They are defined as local elites who derive legitimacy from custom, tradition, and spirituality. While their claims to authority are local, traditional leaders are also integrated into the modern state in a variety of ways. Furthermore, traditional leaders have the power to coordinate local collective action, influence, adjudicate among conflicting individuals and groups, as well as oversee land rights.
If you want to get peace, everybody in your kingdom or your chiefdom should be taken as your brothers, the same. Lack of understanding, tribal sentiment, religious sentiment is the backward of peace.
We always talk to our subject and they listen to us at this very level, that whatever they will do, they should conduct themselves as ambassadors of our domains.
It is also worthy of note that the role of the traditional rulers in accomplishing stable democracy is very crucial for the peace and development of the nation, because traditional institutions hold sway in all the societies and assist the government to provide actual dividends of democracy to the general populace. Because before the traditional rulers were heads of the government of the respective domain, they were the law and jury.
On the other side, again, for administrative convenience, we have appointed tribal leaders that also be doing things according to their own culture and tradition, purposely to make the whole place peaceful.
We are under the payroll of government. It is your duty to see that you harmonize your community in the way government will enjoy them and in the way peace will reign between we and the government.
Traditional institutions are symbols of indigenous people's rights, privileges, laws, customs and traditions, which include but not limited to paramount rulers and their councils. Findings reveal that traditional rulers have continued to play their part in ensuring that peace and unity reign in Nigeria and that the country remains an indivisible entity. Mariam George, Jutubo, NTA News.
And now to business news.
President Muhammadu Buhari launches the Nigerian Agenda 2050. Business correspondent takes a look at the price hike and patronage of foodstuff. Many thanks for joining me on Business News. I am Aisha Uba Ali. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday in Abuja launched the Nigerian Agenda 2050. President Muhammadu Buhari said that the implementation will ensure that Nigeria attains per capita GDP of $33,328 per annum to place her among the top middle-income economies globally by 2050. President Muhammadu Buhari said that the implementation will ensure that Nigeria attains a per capita GDP of $33,328 per annum to place her among the top middle-income economies globally by 2050. Buhari said the plan will also increase real GDP growth by 7%, create 165 million new jobs, and reduce the number of Nigerians living in poverty to 2.1 million in 2050 from the 83 million estimated in 2020. It comes about 7 weeks after FEC approved the policy document on March 15th and nearly 3 months after the National Economic Council endorsed the agenda. The president commended the National Steering Committee led by the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, for delivering on the crucial national assignments. The Minister of State, Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, has disclosed that the federal government plans to include an allocation for geospatial data in the budget of government agencies. The minister was represented by his SA, Dr. Zachary Lawan, during the sensitization workshop on the use of geospatial data for development planning and decision-making in Abuja. According to the minister, the federal government has made a provision for monitoring and evaluation of projects in the country, further noting that these will be replicated for geospatial information system. And to some local news. Fish is a source of protein consumed by many. Some people prefer fish either based on a recommendation or by choice. But then, how many people in recent time can afford it due to the hiking price of fish? Our correspondent visited some markets to fill the pulse of buyers and sellers.
Fish business has been lucrative over the years. No wonder a lot of people venture into it. But it's not without challenges.
But as a result of these foreigners, they are blocking the source of the fish. This is resulted as a result of Naira devaluation.
I train fish, but the fact that the feed is very costly, so I have to buy from the market and supply to my people.
Despite that, the sellers frown at the increase in price, resulting in the reduction of sales.
Farmers are complaining about the feeds. They are saying the raw material
increase.
Although they say the profit varies at each market day, because of low patronage, it becomes important for many to engage in fish farming to help boost the business.
Weeks after the just concluded Salah festivity and glamour, prices of goods in the market, according to traders, are still on the high side. Business Desk correspondent Cecilia Julius reports that despite the hike in price, patronage have remained favorable.
Traders, while grappling with the strain on transportation of goods, are lamenting an increase in prices of goods long after the cash crunch saga.
Things are still the same, both after Salah before Salah. We are still selling the same price.
The cows are very costly. Now you bought the cow 800,000, 900,000, 1 million in one cow, 1.2.
All the thing where we buy like 30,000 before, you just add money 10,000, 5,000. I see something be like that. We too we get talk and say something they cost. We no see market.
Speaking with some traders on the cashless policy in their daily business, express mixed feelings concerning its potency.
When a customer come out, maybe it's not cash, you give them the ATM, you put it to machine, you remove it. It's better to give them the cash. When you see cash for your hand.
They used to pay them only 50, 100,000. And you want to buy market worth of million, you carry your money along and go to your market.
Despite the odds, they are hopeful that the situation should improve.
And that's the much you can take on business news. The news continues shortly.
Thanks, Aisha. Business owners and petty traders have condemned in strong terms the closure of Gariki Market, ultra-modern market gate early Friday morning, denying them access to the premises. Gideon Yohana reports that some traders alleged that the Abuja Environmental Protection Board was responsible for the closure.
Fridays are usually busy days in the federal capital city, especially business environment. And one of such places is the popular Gariki ultra-modern market. Today seems to be different as business owners and traders woke up to find the place served court order denying them access into the premises. They say,
I asked people around why this place is like this. They told me that they have problem with management, that they increase the service charge. So as they know they pay the cleaners their salary, that's why the cleaners stop to sweep.
Charge is too much. They are not reducing the service charge, and environment is too much. They are not sweeping the market, and that is why they lock the market.
Actually, they increased our service charge thrice within 6 months. Initially, it was 70,000 a year. This is a year. We said no. We argued over it to the extent of going to the court.
A lot of us that our goods are inside, we that we run restaurant business. I even bought a fish of 10,000 naira. We did not even say yesterday. If you enter that place now, the fish now, and you know what is called fish.
With so much uncertainty as who to blame, the traders puzzle about the court order served, denying them access into the market. They are calling on government and relevant bodies to come to their aid.
You pay 22,000 naira, then increase that like 85,000 naira increase me, not double. But since way Obasanjo don't left, I pay 29,000 to something. But now I pay 50, then you say, okay, I should bring 56,000. No, 56,800. It's double. Maybe they
Okay, with me in the studio to discuss the issue is the Director, Abuja Environmental Protection Board, AEPB, Osilama Brahima. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
The issue at hand. Traders came to the market this morning and saw that the gate was closed. And most of them have perishable goods. So what have you to say about that?
Yes, it's very unfortunate, the situation that we find ourselves at this point. But the market was in violation of extant environmental regulations. That is, for many weeks now, there has been no waste evacuation in the Gariki International Market. If you were able to go in there, you see waste everywhere, accumulated waste for weeks, bleeding sewer lines. In short, there was no maintenance at all in the market, and this is not hygienic. So as an agency responsible for sanitation in the FCT, we couldn't just fold our hands and let this happen. So we actually gave them abatement notices, asking them to clean up the market. We gave them time to do this, and this was not done. So we simply went to the courts and then sought for a seal-up order, because the market can no longer function in that kind of situation. I just followed the program of somebody saying, the interview of the man saying he had fish and had food in the market. If he himself looks around, he will see at once that he cannot even possibly have food and such things in that kind of environment. This is asking for an epidemic in the city. So the correct action is to get a court order and have the market sealed. And that is what we have done. So it was done according to law.
Okay, from what we watched, you heard that some of them said that the management were not given enough warning before the closure. I
don't know what they mean by enough warning.
They were not warned. They were not given enough
time. We gave notices were served to the market management, telling them to clean up the market. I know they have their own internal issues, which we're not part of. Our own responsibility is to ensure that everybody lives in a clean and sanitary city.
Okay.
So this is
okay. Now, with this development, what's the way forward?
The court order was very clear that this order will subsist so long as the market is in that kind of condition. So if they come to us and they begin to clean the market up, then we'll go back to the court and ask that the market be opened. But as it is now, it will remain locked.
So for how long do you intend to close this?
For as long as it remains in that condition. The truth is that you can't even open it because it's not even safe. You cannot have a market with bleeding sewers or accumulated waste for weeks unremoved. So it's not even a proper place to even sell food at all. So you press people can go in there and see for yourselves, and you quickly understand that it's even
and you will
dangerous.
See that it's not even neat if you allow them to, display their wares along the road. How do you tackle that?
Yes, this is also against the law because it's supposed to operate within the market and not outside. So this is also a violation, and this is part of what we are dealing with.
All right, thank you very much, Osilama Brahima, Director, Abuja Environmental Protection Board. Thank you for giving your voice to that issue. And next is sports.
Thank you.
Okay, just before we go, a recap of some top stories. AMAC has launched the second phase of action, focusing on citizens' participation in Council's budgeting process. And new Commissioner of Police FCT promised to sustain the fight against crime in the nation's capital. And that's the news. We thank you for watching. Do have a very good afternoon.